Delighted to have you on Richard Mwenja exclusive new month of November. Such a distinct privilege to have you with us as we continue unpacking conversations that are shaping Kenya's political and governance landscape. I'm Richard Mwenja, welcome to the conversation. And today I have your favorite think tank, as usual, Kenya's most sought after political analyst. The first of his name, Herman Manyora. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Richard.
You are well?
I'm very well, thank God.
Wave of change has come sweeping the environment.
These are small things that keep happening. These are not, they are not.
It doesn't go to by surprise?
No, why?
A new DP in town?
What, a new DP, we knew he would be DP. But being DP is nothing really.
That's a big job.
No.
Do you wish to ascend to that seat someday?
No. If the only one job I would need in this country is to be president, to change this country once and forever.
The big boy?
Yeah. Manyora president for 5 years. You can't know you live in Kenya.
Singapore would be here.
Oh, I'm telling you, what is Singapore? We'll be better than Singapore in 15 years.
All right, we shall talk about that on Business Glide. So much is happening around, more so after the oust of Rigathi Gachagua. Now we have a new deputy president in town, Kithure Kindiki. And there's so much developing in the world of politics. And we are looking at a situation whereby speculation in town is that at least 13 members of parliament allied to Rigathi Gachagua are being targeted for ejection from powerful House committees, leadership committees. I mean, committee leadership. And top of that list is Ndindi Nyoro Kiaru, member of parliament, who chairs the Budgets and Appropriations Committee. So if this purge is going to go that way, and they want to eject people like Ndindi Nyoro over what they term disloyalty to the president, do you think this is going to be quite soft for President Ruto in the fullness of time?
Before I answer that, what has Ndindi Nyoro done? Nothing. Not to vote.
His pin drop silence on Gachagua's impeachment?
They should leave Ndindi Nyoro alone, or they can take their job. Or it's even a design they have to grow him.
Really?
Yeah, this is politics.
Sideline him for a while?
Just appear like you are attacking so that his name can go up.
Would you then say that maybe Ndindi Nyoro, if that's the strategy, in the fullness of time, is the one being positioned to take over the Mount Kenya banner?
Yeah. Yeah, he can. If you really want to take Mount Kenya behind you, you have to get a mainstream person from Mount Kenya. Ndindi Nyoro is very mainstream. Muranga has never produced, in the Kikuyu fights for power, Muranga has not produced a president. And Ndindi Nyoro is a young man, is eloquent, is everything. A lot is going for him. So if you panel beat him properly, and in the process of panel beating, you ban him kidogo, and why? Kumbe is deliberate. Mwambia vumilia kidogo mzee, lakini tunajua. But as to whether or not they will remove people, I think the one obvious one now, you can't have Rigathi Gachagua remaining to be the deputy, and they don't even need to bother. I think in the fullness of time, he'll just resign from the party position. But the others, it is part of what I keep calling childish. And remember, I know English. When I say something is childish, it's not a slip of the tongue. It's not that I didn't get the right word. I mean exactly that. It's childish.
It is childish.
Even when we were young people, children, young boys, when you hit somebody and he went down, you never followed him. That was a clear rule. Don't follow a man you have hit, a man on the floor. Even in boxing, they count. 10, you get your gold and go away.
You don't kick a man when he's down.
If they have beaten Gachagua to the floor, that's enough.
You don't have to go for Ndindi Nyoro and others allied to him.
That is childish. But a few of the men themselves will resign.
It makes sense. A similar purge was witnessed during the Jubilee administration, when the likes of Kipchumba Murkomen were ejected from powerful, and all that, Eden Duale, you name it.
Yeah.
Now we are seeing this.
But didn't come out well. Nobody liked it. Didn't matter whether you are Jubilee or ODM or whatever it was, NASA. It didn't come out well. Certainly, nobody liked it. It looked bad. It looked childish.
And the president is aware of such realities. Don't you think this is going to render him as a thankless politician, looking at how Ndindi Nyoro has supported him during the campaigns, and even thereafter, if indeed he's going to be...
I don't think they'll touch Ndindi Nyoro. It would be unnecessary acrimony. You are already doing very badly on the mountain. Why would you want to add more anger on the mountain? Ndindi Nyoro is not necessarily a darling of the people. But he will soon, if they do that, he will be turned into a hero. So if it's not by design, then they don't know how to play politics. Yeah.
So this purge that people are speculating is premised on the anchor that it's because of disloyalty to the president. But then again, where then do you draw the line between disloyalty and now plain sycophancy politics? How do you draw that line as a politician?
No, I think we play our politics in such a way that the president must be supported at all costs, and nobody should raise their voice or even finger or anything, which is not good for the country. Even in parliamentary democracies, where the survival of a political party, the survival of the prime minister, is dependent almost entirely on the entire membership of the House voting the same direction. There are always dissenting voices. There are people who question things. And it grows the party. It makes the party stronger. And it creates an opportunity for the party to know, could even this young man called Richard can become a leader. Because he stands up against the position of the party. He stands up against the position of the prime minister. It may make some people uncomfortable, but it makes people view the party, the Conservative Party, the Labour Party, as a vibrant, growing party. You know, not dormant and dying. It's vibrant. It has new blood. And sure enough, some of those people you find they have become prime ministers. Yeah.
That's how it pans out in the
So there's nothing wrong with people disagreeing. But there will be times when, as a member of Kenya Kwanza, you'll have to vote with the party or the coalition or the president. So that's how democracy. So the problem with us, we want it to be all the time. Even on things that are threatening nobody. You know, when the party is threatened, when the president is threatened on an issue, you must be whipped into supporting the party, the coalition, or the president, all of you. But it can't be on about everything. Things that won't affect the position of the president, the standing of the presidency, things that are not threatening the presidency, things that are not fundamentally threatening the position, the ideology of the party. On matters like this, people must be allowed to ventilate. Yeah.
Prof, you've analyzed politics for quite a while, and now that Gachagua is out of the picture, and there are those members of parliament still allied to him, and they have been with him during this entire onslaught, so to speak. Do you foresee a situation whereby he's going to maintain those friends even before 2027, or how soon do you see them decamping from Gachagua?
Everywhere in the world, it depends. Power works in such a way, it radiates some warmth. Power has warmth. So people move towards power because they get warmth. Warmth including the pockets, warmth in many ways. But once you no longer have the power, you don't radiate the warmth. You have nothing to offer. So the friends begin to disappear slowly. It's a very natural law of things. Once you are not in power, there's nothing to give. And the worst still, people fear by interacting with you, they will not find favor with Ruto. They know Ruto is watching. Nani ameenda kuona Gachagua. So slowly people even begin to fear. During the days of special branch, during the Kenyatta, Moi days, to be seen with another as a person, a radical, hata wazazi wako wanakuambia wewe. Hata they are visited at home. Naambia huyu kijana wenyu, shida yake ni nini? So, naturally, Gachagua is going to lose friends. It is a law in politics and in power, in public affairs. The moment you lose the shine, the moment the power you had is gone, you have heard people saying, hata unaangalia simu nafikiri imeharibika. Nobody's calling you anymore. Because those calls are coming in for people who want favors. But this, again, depends on the dynamics. If you are from Mount Kenya, for example, and you know the feeling on the ground, you may find it's better to stay with Gachagua than to leave.
Really?
Yeah. For example, you can tell unless something big, something else happens, some dynamics. If life continues the way it just is, anybody with Gachagua will be re-elected. Those who have opposed Gachagua, they have seen parliament for the last time. So for that may affect how many friends Gachagua will lose. Because now being seen with Gachagua is an insurance for a re-election. Or if there is a constituency like Kikuyu, and Kimani Ichung'wah was the one who took the nail to crucify Gachagua. Anybody who is angling for that seat of Kikuyu constituency, to be seen with Gachagua is almost an insurance that you'll be elected.
Direct ticket.
Hiyo ni direct na unashika. Secondly, or third, you see, the dynamics could produce a situation where all people who are not with Gachagua are pariahs in some parts of the country. You are somebody nobody wants to associate with. Sometimes not even your own people, even your family. People feel you made a mistake. People are embarrassed to be with you. It could get that. For example, who knows what happens after Gachagua leaves current residence?
It remains to be seen.
You can't know in the manner in which you will live. You know, people like Uhuru Kenyatta are a gentleman. I'm not saying Gachagua is not a gentleman. But Uhuru has not gone through what Gachagua went through. The humiliation, the suffering, the what have you. Uhuru keeps silent. Yet he knows if he wanted to harass the government of the day, even one meeting in Githurai hapa, without saying anything.
That's enough?
That's enough to. That's bad. When the demonstrations were on, supposing Uhuru took a direct interest, wacha mambo walikuwa nasema funding or what. Apita tu Githurai, watu wasikie Unya alikuwa anapita hapa. Unya anapita. Amefika Juja anakuja. Hiyo Githurai itapitika.
Bigger than the Duberi thing we saw the other day?
Yeah, my friend. Yeah. But you know there is strain. Not because inside they are good people. Of course they have grown with power, they know power. They understand statecraft. But also they have interests which they want to protect. You know, the Kenyattas have built a financial empire. You don't just want to be reckless and risk all that. But people like Gachagua can be reckless.
They can dare the devil?
Yes. They can be reckless. They have little to lose. They have not built a financial empire. Pesa yao iko kwa mfuko.
That would be nightmare for Ruto.
Yeah. And then Gachagua is not a very polished, refined statesman. Hii biashara ya kuwa mzuri, nice person, thinking about country, about state. He's not like Uhuru. Sema kama mbaya, kata breki ya gari iende. Hii gari breki inasumbua watu.
Makanga dereva wote.
Wacha gari iende, breki ni ya kitu gani? Toa hiyo ngoa. So those are some of the things you have to. But I'm sure the country has an intelligence, both the military intelligence and the the civilian intelligence services. They know how much damage people like those can cause and how to counter that. But basically, I'm happy that things will be well for this country.
Well, there you have it. We take the show to a wrap at that point from Herman Manyora discussing a raft of issues in the world of politics and governance and what's happening currently in the country, especially at a time whereby we have a new deputy president in town. We wish him all the very best. And Professor, thank you so much for slating time for this particular edition. Until we get to do this again, enjoy the rest of your viewing.